longevity in the world of athletics, and your achievements in the long distance races are amazing. I remember watching you from your very beginning. You know, your first international competition. I remember watching that and thinking, how is this little man? How has he got so much wind? It must be difficult running such long distances. But how did you become so used to it?
Well, you know, the little thing always is doing fast. If you look, you know, just the elephant and the rabbit, who's faster?
True story.
That is maybe the reason why I'm running. Well, in terms of age, I'm not little anymore. I'm 42 and I'm almost 43.
Wow.
And, you see, every time, you know, just you watch, you know, my winning, but you never watch, you know, my training. You never watch, you know, my practice. You never watch, you know, just what I'm doing back home. Yeah, that's really the one, you know, tells you a lot. I mean, maybe the competition or the winning, maybe, you know, just 10% of my effort. The rest 90% is in training. The rest 90%, you know, back home, doing exercise, a gym, running on the mountain, running there, here. That's all.
And you come from an area where there are lots of mountains. right?
Exactly.
Is that how you first discovered that you were good at this?
Very sure. As a long distance runner, if you training on altitude and compete down, you have an advantage. Because if you're training on altitude, it's less oxygen. If you go down, it's more. You can get more oxygen. You see, why the others are not like Ethiopia and Kenya? Because they know our main advantage is like that, and plus, you know, the background means, you know, the way how we live, the way how we grow up, where we born and where we have our school. This is the advantage. If you look, you know, just sport, especially athletics, it's not, you know, just a rich man or a rich family sport. It's a poor family sport. If you have enough things, if you have enough shoes, if you have a car to go school, I mean, you cannot be a good athlete. From the age of 2, I mean, you live, you know, in the countryside. You don't have anything, even, you know, to go to school. You have to walk, you know, a minimum of 5 kilometers. I myself, you know, I used to walk to school or run to school 10 kilometers every day.
You used to run 10K every day?
Yeah, which means 20 a day. Back.
Whoa!
Yeah, that means I started athletics at the age of, you know, 3, 4.
My goodness.
You see, this is what, you know, the meaning of natural talent. The meaning of natural talent is not, you know, just by born. It's the way how you grow up. It's the way where you've been. Why, you know, the Ghanaians are so good in soccer? Because this is a natural talent. You know, from day, from, you know, just a year 2 or 3, they start to kick the ball and things like that.
Amazing. Now, in your country, you broke 61 national records from 800 meters, the marathon, and so forth. 61 times you were the best in your country. I mean, surely that is a little bit more than just natural talent and growing up with less oxygen than the rest of us.
Maybe you can say God gift.
Indeed.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
61 national record, 61 times, which means a lot. Of course, 27 world record also. It's a big one. I started athletics, you know, the age of 14, and for me, really, sometimes when you do sport, it's a kind of sacrifice. The day I started athletics, I was ready, you know, just to sacrifice, no matter what. In competition, in training, whatever I do, you know, just related to running. And plus, that I have to say thanks to God what I've done. Really, it's I'm okay now. Of course, the youngsters recently, you know, they could break, you know, my records in marathon, 10,000 meters. I'm not blaming. I finished, you know, my time, and they start, you know, their time. of course, in sport, you have to give a chance for others, for youngsters.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, even before you retired, there was a film made about you.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
It was wonderful. This film they made 97,
Mhm.
1997. It was about, just about my true life. I mean, where I was born, the way how I grew up. It was the endurance, call it endurance movie. The endurance.
Yeah.
You can see, just if you go to YouTube, you can find that movie. It tells you a lot because my background is really it's help, just the things what I've done.
We're talking to Haile Gebrselassie, if you just joined us, international athletic hero, and we're so excited to have him here. He's here because of the Millennium Marathon. We'll learn a bit more about that in just a moment. But I've got to ask you this. Athletics today is going through some difficulty, just like football and all the problems with FIFA. Now, the Athletic Federation is also facing some pressure, issues of doping and so forth.
Yeah.
Now, you're out of the game, but you've been watching and you do participate behind the scenes. How do you feel about what is happening now to athletics?
As you said, just many allegations, it's going on in this sport. There's two things in my mind. One is, just I feel so sad, and the other thing, okay, what I have to do now. First, let me do my athlete. That means, my country. I mean, to clean up them. I mean, to teach them. I mean, to tell them the way what they have to do. Slowly, I try to enter internationally, just to teach more about sport, more about the youngsters. Okay. You see, the problem is when it's money there, it's going to be many problems. Means
more money, more problems.
Yeah, more money, more problem. Why? Because everybody wants to take that one, and no matter what, by taking something. Okay, the athlete who take the drug is one thing, and the others, just to try to cover up, the athlete, they start to dealing. If you give me this much, don't worry, I don't. You see?
You don't reveal what's
Exactly.
happening. Yeah.
This is really not the way. I'm really just say thanks to God. I'm not, just in this generation. Really, the issue is not. I mean, it's not, just an easy issue. But the new president, he's trying to filter out, the whole problem. I hope it's gonna be very good very soon. The other problem, as you know, just many international sponsors, try to work out. That means it's not good for sport. We'll see.
Let's hope something positive comes out of
I
all
hope so.
this. Yeah. Now, you're here for the Millennium Marathon launch. You'll be doing that later today with the president. Now, the CEO of the Millennium Marathon is here, Mr.